Today we're turning back the clock to 1999, working on this sweet EK Honda Civic Coupe. So this here is my brother's Honda Civic Coupe. It's got 240,000 kilometers on it, and the input shaft on the transmission is making some noise. So I went out and bought a brand used, not new, transmission for 50 bucks. We were gonna replace the actual bearing itself, but then for 50 bucks this came up. It makes sense just to replace the whole transmission. Hopefully it too is in fully working order rather than needing some work on it, we hope. Anyways, the other thing that this car has issues with is there's oil dripping from between the transmission and the engine block. I'm hoping it's a rear oil main seal, so we're gonna replace that as well. And we're gonna do this in record time. 2 hours is what I'm saying to get this whole job in and out.
You calling bullshit on that time, Jake?
Yep. No way.
What do you say, Jake?
4.
4 hours.
Nah, I've done this job before. We actually did this job prior to this once, thinking it was the throwout bearing, which we replaced, and then we found out it's the input shaft. So
so your cocky prediction is based on the cheater practice run.
That's right. I've already had practice with
All right,
this.
now we see how
we're gonna make this happen.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
For those of you wondering, that isn't Dave 20 years ago and 3 inches taller and more manly. That's Pete's brother Jake, and he's removing the air intake. And as you can see, he's very gentle.
All right, and next up.
What's next, boys? Come on.
Right here.
All right.
This is one of the first things you want to do, actually probably before you remove the wheels, but since this job has been done before, guess what? Oh, comes off real quick and
Too
easy.
easy.
One side, let's do the other
All
side.
right, let's see what you got. Gonna be 2 for 2 here.
I already loosened this one.
Cheater. All right, Jake, why are you disconnecting the battery? Because there's some electrical involved in this?
We gotta disconnect the starter.
Oh, the starter. All right, all right.
You
So,
can do the upper if you want.
since Pete made this 2-hour prediction, I started the stopwatch here. We're already 17 seconds in, and they can't decide whether or not they need to disconnect the ball joint or not. So, yeah, this
Well,
is...
see, now it's a matter of strategy here. I'm not sure. Because really, I could leave this whole assembly and just pop the axle out, right?
Where's it going to go, though, if you don't disconnect the ball joint so you can move the knuckle?
Disconnect the upper ball joint here,
Oh,
pop
so-
this off, so then I did.
So
and then
either
you
way,
don't
you're
even
popping
need
a
to
ball
take
joint.
this off.
Do you care if it's the upper ball joint or the lower ball joint? Just start popping shit, PT. So after a long debate, they've decided to pop the lower ball joints so they can remove the axles properly.
And the outer tie rod.
Pete was trying to get all sneaky and pull the top one and like pull the knuckle out of the way that way.
I was voted out on that.
He was
2 to 1.
overruled by his engineer brother.
And you, of course.
He may not be pretty like you, PT, but he's got the brains.
As Dave has always taught us, one hammer is the answer to most things.
That's all you need.
I'm now going to try to pop this ball joint off.
All right, let's see
with
it.
the hammer technique. See, there's this little ridge here, which you can't see probably, but this little ridge here that you need to hit properly, which will actually loosen the ball joint.
How's that working out, buddy?
Let's get the big hammer.
The big hammer, all right. I find if you put some upward pressure on the knuckle of the jack.
Oh, see what's working, man!
Oh,
Damn!
there you go. What's going on in there, Jake?
Just trying to get these nuts out.
That's what she said. I mean, that's what he said. And these are starter nuts, are they?
Fuck.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amateurs.
I
There
heard
she
it hit the
goes.
floor.
Amateurs.
I heard it hit the floor. You're good. It's not in the oil pan, is it?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
We're good.
All right. So, 4 years of engineering and it's dropping nuts.
That's what I do best. So to pop an axle, usually what you want is a pry bar or a screwdriver. Get behind it. Bam. God, I love Hondas. Now. Oh yeah, she's out. There you go. Just like that. And Now we've got enough leverage to get it completely out. Perfect. Yes. Told you, 2 hours. It's coming.
So Jake just pulled the starter out and it's covered in engine oil. And the
You should do that and just go like
the bolts too are covered in oil, so we're pretty sure the rear main seal has got to be leaking. Oh.
The axle is out. Look at that. All right, so with the second axle out, that officially marks the drivetrain disconnected from the transmission. So if you're working on a Civic or any other front-wheel drive car, you will have to remove the drive axles. That is a must. And once they're out, just put them aside. You don't actually have to pull them out, as is this case here. And now we can focus on actually disconnecting whatever he's got left, and I'm gonna get underneath to disconnect the transmission from the block. We're still working on our good time, aren't we here, Dave?
You're like 25 minutes in, bro.
Yes.
All right, Jake's got his hands down here, trying to disconnect the clutch slave cylinder. Why is that so hard to say? Say it for me, Jake. Say it for me.
clutch slave cylinder.
Say it 10 times fast now.
It's quite simple to take out.
All right. So this rubber boot comes off, and then
And that pops off, and there's 2 bolts holding in the brackets, which are snagged up right now. And there we go. It's off.
Someone's juiced my 17. Where's the 17? We're losing precious time here. That is a 19.
all right. So clutch slave cylinder out, starter's out, intake's out.
Where's the 17?
Nothing else to do up there, is there?
Almost.
Does that wrap it up top?
Almost.
Just to time to pull some tranny bolts?
Well, we need to remove the mount still. And a couple other small things here. All right, disconnect the shift linkage. It's pretty simple on these D-series transmissions. And that requires this one bolt here. Bam! Just like that. And now the more complex part is there's a pin. It's tucked away underneath this stuff here. All right. And then you gotta pop the C-clip off. Little pin that you gotta. You're supposed to do this easily, but oh, it's not going so good. Let's just start with this guy here. It's almost like I'm just.
Sometimes those are a bitch, man. You got it really well on them.
Yeah.
Moose calls them the bitch pin for a reason.
I like that name.
You want some like liquid wrench on it?
I think it's okay. It's just a matter of, like you said.
You greased it.
Well, you did grease it before.
Well, we took it out, right?
Yeah.
Why all this shit is coming?
There we go. Woo! Oh, and she's rolled away, but with that disconnected.
Done?
Look at that. Bam. There we go.
So, PT, what are you doing under there?
We're on to the final phase of tranny removal. Pulling the bolts, tranny bolts.
That hold it to what? The engine?
That hold it to the engine.
And there's an engine mount or a tranny mount somewhere too?
Yeah, these damn tranny mounts.
It goes to the chassis?
Nobody likes to mount them.
PT, you don't like to mount trannies?
No.
You know, you live in downtown Toronto.
I know, but they are on the streets, you know, right on my street. I got a couple.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
What do you call him, her? Caitlin?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish.
And Jake, what's going on up here, buddy?
Taking off more bolts up top.
These are the main tranny to engine bolts.
Correct.
So we got about a half dozen of those and we're ready to party. All right, we're 45 minutes in.
Sorry, here. I don't even think I don't have it.
Jake's using the old red extension to bust these bolts loose. Look at him. It's got like some crazy jihadist strength in those arms.
Bolts are getting tougher to get at.
You've been under there a while, Pete. You know the clock's still ticking, right?
Yeah, I know. We're making progress, but I just realized I got to take the rear mount off. Not great.
I just removed the last bolt that holds the rear engine / transmission mount onto the chassis. So now the transmission should be free. I'm gonna put a jack underneath here so that it actually holds the engine up so it doesn't kind of tip on us. And we've got a couple more bolts up top and we should be ready to pull the transmission.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Getting down to the vinegar strokes here, boys.
See, this one's nice and loose.
Front transmission mount.
We're 1 hour in. We're halfway, Pete. You still think you're gonna get it done in 2 hours?
I can't renege
No, you
on
can't.
what I've said now, so I have to stick with it.
All right.
My confidence has been shot a little bit. The fact that the rear main seal, I forgot, is gonna require a little bit of work because we have to take the clutch and flywheel and all that fantasticness off. And actually taking it off isn't gonna be difficult, it's putting it back on.
It takes a bit of time.
It does, it does.
Oh, right there, by the way.
Oh, you just need muscle power. Ah!
Yeah.
Now this transmission is gonna wanna
Oh.
fall.
So she's ready to come out. Looks like Pete is strategizing about how to shake this tranny off.
Do we need? Oh, I guess he disconnected.
It just looks like the front side. There's something on the front side here
Is
because
there a bolt? There could be a bolt.
there could be a bolt. See anything on this side here?
Yes, there's a bolt right there.
Where? See?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Oh, there it is.
Come on, amateurs. We're losing precious time.
I thought you guys had a practice run at this.
Oh, there's one right here.
There's two
Yeah,
bolts?
two?
No, there's one.
The one, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Damn.
there's one.
Come on, rookies.
Can you get to it, Pete?
Of course I can. Give me the goddamn wrench.
So looking at
And it's loose.
Bolt missing from there. I don't know where Pete's at.
So it's loose. Clearly you loosened it. You just didn't extract it.
Or you didn't tighten it up last time.
No.
I think I loosened it just to take it out.
We never do that. We're perfect.
That's right.
We always tighten every bolt.
That's right.
Aw, goddamn.
What?
Timeout.
Timeout. Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
All right, take two. I've removed the two bolts that were holding the dust shield in place. So, oh yeah. Whoa. Oh. So dirty. My hand's stuck. There it is. Whew. All right.
Cheers, huh?
Look at the bolt.
Oh. Oh.
That was one dirty tranny.
Damn. Oh. Now we got to remove the clutch and flywheel to get at the main seal. I officially am now telling the clock to stop.
All right, I'll stop the clock.
This is not a part of the original transmission job. This is usually not recommended, but because we're short on time here, we're using a gun nice and slow. Gotta back off the pressure plate bolts in a cross pattern. There you go. Move on to the next one. Down low, low, low. Yep. Get in there. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess who wants to get 12-inch wide V40 now?
All right. Here. Yep. Hold on. Best technique, since we're replacing the seal, is to ruin it. Stab that thing already. So how's it going?
I can't puncture it.
Test number 2. Got the screwdriver. Flat one. And... nope. I think you gotta get a hammer out. Alright, attempt number 3 here. Got the hammer out now. Yep. Dirt falling into Jake's face. There you go. Pry. Oh yeah. Yep. And we don't really know much about it, but it's trash. Now it's time to put the main seal back in. Don't wreck it. That's the only one we got. The delicate act. Slowly tapping this in now. Without wrecking it. There we go. This is looking good. Slide that flywheel back on. So what we're doing here is screwing in a transmission bolt into the block, so that way we have a pivot point for our pry bar to tighten the flywheel bolts. This will all come together in a set. Oh yeah. See, this is kind of tough holding the video camera and the pry bar, but we're getting through here. Okay, so we are missing an actual clutch alignment tool. I don't know how it happened, but it's gone, so we built this out of a screw. Bolt, I should say. With some tape, slide it in, and it's just like an alignment tool. Press your fingers, put it on there. Oh yeah. Nope, you're gonna have to hold it. Don't let it fall out like that twice. It's gonna wreck our tool. I just spent 15 minutes making. We're on the final clutch assembly here, torquing all the pressure plate bolts to 19 foot-pounds. Been waiting around patiently for you to come back from your mandate with Ken.
Yeah, well, we had a romantic lunch together, I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm started. The clock has started. Let's do it.
So what are we at here?
1 hour, 20 minutes. You got 40 minutes to get this thing in there. And the car running.
Oh.
They're taking their time.
I don't have the right gloves either.
Yeah, you need some serious gloves to bench press that puppy.
Okay.
Oh! Don't give yourself a hernia.
It's not hurt. You got it? A little bit? Not really. Oh, fuck. Turn it.
Try to slide under it, Pete, so you can get your chest under there so
there we go.
you're benching it. Not making any progress up here. Got Amish beard power happening up here. You wiggling it?
Well, we're wiggling. It's not the
The input shaft isn't going.
We need to rotate.
We need to rotate.
Turn the tranny. So after turning the crank pulley a little, we got the input shaft to align, and we think she's slid in.
But she's not in fully though.
Not in fully, no. But if we use some bolts to get it lined up, and then we turn the crank little by little and we give it a jiggle, it should pop right in, I think. That's typically how Hondas like to be made love to. So Jake gave the tranny a little shake and she popped right in. So now he's cranking down the main bolts to attach it to the engine. And although Pete's 2-hour brag may have been in jeopardy, he brought in the heavy hitter, Ken Wagon, fastest wrencher in Canada. We call him the Pinoy Hammer. Smashes out jobs like you've never seen.
Speedy Gonzalez is gonna make it happen.
Right, andale, andale, arriba. 8 minutes to go, boys.
This side's done.
You gonna make it?
We're close.
What do you got left?
I'm just finishing up the shift linkage here.
The
That's what I'm doing now.
Jake's putting in the slave. The engine mounts are all bolted up.
Almost.
Almost. The axles are in. You have just over 1 minute, boys. 1 minute.
We're done.
You got any chances?
Of course, we're done.
You're done?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean you're done?
My job is done. So technically, I have finished in under 2 hours. These gentlemen over here,
Yeah.
not so much.
It seems like there's a lot of wrench spinning going on over here, considering there's 50 seconds to go. What do you got left over there, boys?
The bracket. I can't find the hole.
The bracket for what?
Starter.
Oh, the
Clutch
starter.
line.
Oh,
Ooh,
the
the clutch line.
master, or the slave cylinder.
Oh man, we still do have a starter to put in. Looks like I gotta put the gloves back
Where's
on
the
here.
starter?
Dude, you got a starter to put on, and oh, the phone turned off. But I'll say less than 30 seconds. Let's find out here. Oh, you have 15 seconds. I'm gonna give you a 10-second countdown just so I can mock you mercilessly.
We don't need this. I'm gonna bump start the car.
8, 7, 6, 5.
It's okay. You know what?
3, 2.
This is
1.
like race car spec.
Eh.
We still have time. Nothing happens if we're not done in 2 hours, other than me, you know, being a little off. But I maintain we can have this car running in 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah,
All right,
start the clock.
we're starting over. Stop and
Well, you can keep it
reset
running.
and
All right,
start.
all right.
All right, 15 minutes it is.
15 minutes. All right.
And now you get to lose twice in one day, PT.
No. What's going on here? Sub me in, coach. You going to hurt?
Time for some engine oil.
Yeah, but I put in.
That's right. The royal purple one. It's gone up in price. So my brother said the value is not there. However, oh yeah, K&N, always standard pricing and great quality. So it's being replaced. Royal purple out, K&N in. Okay, we have 6 minutes left. Starting to top up the oil. And after that, transmission fluid, and we're ready to go.
All right,
PT? Yeah, I'm ready.
tranny fluid going in.
How much time left?
Oh man, you've got 30 seconds.
Well, we're close. All we gotta do is start the car after this, right?
Yeah. The starter's in,
Starter
Jake?
hooked up? Yep.
Slave cylinder's hooked up.
Yep. So I was close.
Axles, ball joints, and all that.
Yep. Yep.
How many liters does this take? About 1.9 liters. Okay. So
1.9.
Just pour it all.
like that. Yeah, just pour it all till it overflows.
Sure.
Well, it's about to hit 15 minutes here, boys, but I'll give you the win on this one. Feeling generous.
Thank you, and thank you. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank my good, able-bodied citizens today that helped me out. Jacob and Ken and Dave for working the camera so hard. Without you, this video would have never happened.
I make it all happen, buddy.
Thank you.
No, thank you for being the bitch under the car.
Oh, this
all
is
day.
gonna drip on me while I give my speech here. All right, we gotta hook the battery up.
Okay, that should be enough.
Last
Get
minute
everything here first.
fluid additions here.
As
fire this puppy up.
That's right.
I want to hear you bounce the rev limiter while it's on jack stands.
That's what people do in Honda videos, right?
That's what we need. That'll get us 100,000 views right there.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's like butter. That's a good sign. We got gears. Oh, listen to that motor.
That's the de-sizzle. Oh yeah.
Here we go. First gear engage.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
Going to second gear.
Yeah.
Bang in second. Going to third.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Yeah.
That's alright. Grindy.
Let's hear the rev limiter.
Let's see the reverse.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All good.
Sounds good. Alright, the job is officially done. I feel like I've accomplished a good deed today. Helped the brother swap a transmission. If you liked this video, let us know. If you thought it was kind of boring, let us know as well. And we'll never, ever help my brother out again.
So, young Jake had a smart idea of putting the bolts in the transmission holes so that we can keep track of where they all go. Pretty clever.